Crispy on the outside, soft and fluffy in the middle. These prawn fritters are ridiculously good. Packed with juicy prawns, red peppers, onions, celery, garlic and herbs, and then fried until golden and crisp. Finished with a simple dipping sauce that ties everything together. So this is our second bite-sized snack stroke starter of the week, and it is my prawn fritters. If you haven't seen Tuesday's video, check that one out. That was my smoked salmon and potato croquettes. Prawn fritters are one of my favourites. However, my absolute favourite is conch fritters. If you've ever been to Florida, the Florida Keys, the Bahamas, it is an absolute staple there, and they are delicious. Unfortunately, I struggle to get conch here. I can't find it anywhere, so I always substitute it either with prawns or whelks. But I thought prawns would probably be more popular with you guys, and I know my kids much prefer the prawn one. So let's get started. And we're going to start by prepping our veg. And here I've just got some celery. I've cut it into strips, and we just need to dice it up nice and finely. Same again with half a red pepper. So I've just sliced this, now just dice it. And if you wanted to, you could switch this out for green pepper. Same again with half a white onion. And then lastly, same again with 200 grams of raw king prawns, which have been peeled and deveined. Really want to mince these up as much as you can. That looks about right to me. You then want to add your veggies and your prawns to 400 grams of plain flour. It's approximately 2.5 cups, depending on sort of what metrics you work on. I might not have got a big enough bowl for this. Let's hope I have. That's it. And then to that, you want 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Might need a little bit more, we'll see. I've got a teaspoon each here of garlic granules, dried thyme, and chili flakes. And here I've just got some water. I'm going to add some water. We're basically going to make a batter. So let's put some of that in, and we'll give it a little stir around and see if we need to add any more. So we've added 250 millilitres, going to add some more. Let's start with another 150 approximately there, and just keep stirring it. Okay, that's looking a lot better, but it still needs a touch more water. Going in with another 100 millilitres, and at this stage I'm putting in a little bit of tomato puree. This is optional. I quite like it in here. Gives it a little tanginess, which I love. If you wanted to, you could actually add some fresh tomatoes finely chopped as well. And that is now looking the consistency I'm looking for. See that there? Perfect. And then lastly to this, I just want to add a little bit of salt. Not too much, because the dip we're going to make is going to be a little bit salty anyway with the ingredients we're putting in there. Just give that one final mix. And then basically it's exactly the same deal as we did with the smoked salmon and potato croquettes. If you're not cooking it up now, this will keep perfectly in the fridge for up to 2 days covered. If you're cooking it now, I'm using a deep fat fryer. If you haven't got one of these, then just put it into a nice large pan with a couple of inches of vegetable or sunflower oil, whatever your preference is. Okay, so let's get rid of this. I've got my oil nice and hot here. Burning at about 180, which is actually, I think, all this does, this machine. It's an old one, and if I take it off the 180, it seems to short all the electrics in the house. I've got myself a little teaspoon, and we're just going to plonk them in. So again, basket down on this one, gently lower them in. I'm hoping they're going to come out in nice rounded shapes. I don't want to overfill this fryer, so we'll just put a few in to start with. So those are going to take about 3 to 4 minutes. We want them nice and golden brown, so that gives us a bit of time to make up our dipping sauce. You want some mayonnaise, good few squeezes of that, some tomato ketchup. Actually, I should give that a shake. I don't want all the wet stuff coming out. A little bit less of the ketchup, some French's mustard, love this stuff. Good squeeze of that. Some hot sauce of your choice. I've got Tabasco in, and I love Tabasco. So I'm putting a good few glugs of that in, but use your favoured one. A pinch of sugar and a little bit of water. You just want to loosen it down just a touch. Not too much. That's it. And then just give that all a good mix together. And you have got there a lovely little dipping sauce for these little fritters. Yeah, that looks perfect. Okay, so let's check on these fritters. Oh yeah, look at those. They look amazing. Wow, nice and crispy. Let's hope they're nice and fluffy on the inside. Let's serve these up. Just drain them off. I'm then going to put them into this pan here. I've got some kitchen roll in there. Catch any more excess oil. We don't want any of that. Just give them a little shake around. And then into our little bowl here, I'm going to decant some of our sauce. So let's pour a load in there. I do like the sauce. It adds a really nice sweetness as a dip. Chef's treat there. And then, of course, some of our conch fritters. I've got some that have come out nice and round like that one. I've got others that aren't quite as perfect, but it doesn't matter. They're all going to taste the same. Hopefully delicious. And there we have it. My Bahamian-inspired British prawn fritters. Let's give one a go. I have been looking forward to these all day. I'm going to pick one of the little long ones, give it a little dip. Oh yeah. Perfectly crispy on the outside. Got a real nice crunch to them. And the inside, it's like a hush puppy. It's really light and airy. It's just like a little pillow inside. And obviously we've got all those lovely flavors going on in there as well. If I'm honest, for me, I probably would add a little bit more chili, but my kids wouldn't be too much of a fan of that, that's for sure. So good. And what I would say, there is a difference, obviously, in the texture you get from the prawn than what you would get from the conch. The conch is a little bit more chewy. Even though you tenderize it, it's a really nice texture on the teeth and mouth. But they are a great substitute. I've got to be honest with you, I could eat an awful lot of those. Guys, definitely give this one a go. I know it's a little bit different. You've got the flavors of the Bahamas or Florida going on there. It takes me back to my childhood. Used to always order these when I went to a restaurant. But we just put a different spin on it. Obviously, we can't get the conch here. That's it from me for today. I really appreciate you watching. If you're new to the channel, you like the content, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Please also like, share, comment. If you've got a hype button, I'd really appreciate one of those. Let me know down below, what would you have done differently? Is there anything you would have added to those prawn fritters that I didn't? I'd love to hear from you. I'll put all of the details, including all of the quantities and measurements and everything else, down below in the description as always. What I meant to say to you, I forgot, is actually we probably get about 30 fritters out of that mix. So you get a lot of bang for your buck with these. But I'll put all the details down below as always. And all that's left for me to say is until next time, it's cooking good.